Have you ever considered the dark underbelly of Gen Z's digital paradise? Have you ever pondered the growing problem of drug addiction among our youngest generation? In the world where the digital age is thriving and technology is advancing at an unprecedented pace, a silent crisis is escalating in the shadows. It's a crisis that many prefer to overlook, but it's one that we cannot afford to ignore any longer. It's the insidious problem of drug addiction that's gripping Gen Z, our youngest generation. This issue isn't confined to a particular country or continent. It's a global crisis that's been silently growing over the years. From the bustling streets of New York to the serene landscapes of New Zealand, the numbers are rising. The World Health Organization reports that drug addiction among Gen Z has increased significantly in the past decade. The numbers are not merely stats on a report, they represent young lives caught in the unforgiving grip of addiction. These are individuals who are supposed to be the flag bearers of our future, the ones who are meant to foster advancements in technology, science, arts, and culture. They are the ones who are supposed to take humanity forward. But instead, a large number of them are caught up in a battle they never signed up for. A battle with drugs that threatens to derail their lives before they've even truly begun. Drug addiction is a hidden crisis, a silent epidemic. It's a problem that's often swept under the rug, hidden away from the public eye. Yet the impact it has on the lives of individuals, families, and societies is profound. The consequences are far-reaching, affecting not just the present but also the future of our world. As we embark on this journey to uncover the truth about drug addiction among Gen Z, remember, this is not a tale of numbers and statistics. It's about human lives, dreams derailed, potential unfulfilled, and futures at risk. It's about the dark undercurrent that runs beneath the surface of our digital paradise. As we delve deeper, we'll encounter stories that reveal the harsh reality of this issue. Meet Jane and John, two typical Gen Z individuals with not-so-typical stories. Jane, an outstanding student, and John, a talented musician, both had promising futures. But under the surface, they were fighting battles unseen to the naked eye. They fell into the clutches of drug addiction, a dark path that significantly altered their lives. Jane was first introduced to drugs at a party during her sophomore year in high school. The pressure to fit in and the thrill of trying something new led her to make a choice that she would regret for years. She started with the occasional recreational use, which quickly spiraled into a life-consuming addiction. On the other hand, John's journey into addiction started at home. His parents, both working long hours, were often absent. Feeling neglected and alone, John found solace in music. But the loneliness and stress of his home life led him to seek an escape, a reprieve from his reality. He found that escape in drugs. The impact of their addiction was profound. Jane's grades plummeted and she lost her scholarship. She became distant from her family and friends, her world shrinking to just her and her addiction. John's passion for music waned as his addiction took over. He stopped playing his guitar, stopped writing songs. His dreams of becoming a musician faded into the background, overshadowed by his need for the next high. Their families were devastated, watching helplessly as Jane and John spiraled deeper into their addictions. They were no longer the bright, ambitious individuals they once were. Their zest for life was replaced with a haunting emptiness. But Jane and John's stories are not unique. They are part of a larger narrative, a hidden crisis unfolding in our society. They are representative of countless Gen Z individuals who are wrestling with addiction, their potential and dreams overshadowed by their struggle. Jane and John's stories are just two among millions. They are a stark reminder that this crisis is closer to home than we think. So, what pushes our Gen Z kids towards this dangerous path? Let's dive into the psyche of Gen Z and explore the triggers that may lead them down the road of substance abuse. First and foremost, social media. It's like a double-edged sword. While it brings the world to our fingertips, it also exposes young minds to a plethora of potentially harmful influences. The constant barrage of picture-perfect lives can lead to feelings of inadequacy and loneliness, creating a breeding ground for substance abuse. Next up is peer pressure, an age-old issue that has found new heights in this digital era. The desire to fit in, to be a part of the cool crowd, can sometimes push the youth towards dangerous behaviors. Experimenting with drugs can seem like an easy ticket to acceptance, but the cost is often too high. Then we have mental health issues, anxiety, depression, stress. These are not just adult problems anymore. Gen Z is grappling with them too. And in the absence of proper support and understanding, these issues can act as triggers for substance abuse. Lastly, the quest for instant gratification. In a world where everything is just a click away, patience seems to be a lost virtue. This "I want it now" attitude can also extend to emotional states. If happiness, calm, or escape from pain can be instantaneously achieved through drugs, it can become an enticing option for some. But remember, these are potential triggers, not certainties. Not every Gen Z individual exposed to these triggers will succumb to substance abuse. However, being aware of these triggers can help us understand the challenges this generation faces. It can help us be more empathetic, more supportive, and hopefully more effective in helping them navigate their world. Understanding these triggers is the first step towards addressing this growing problem. We must face these issues head-on and work together to create a safer, healthier environment for our Gen Z kids. Their future and ours depends on it.
How do we pull our Gen Z from the edge of this precipice? That's the question we've been grappling with. The answer isn't as simple as one might hope, but it's far from impossible. It takes a village, as they say, to raise a child. Well, it's going to take all of us, every single one, to pull them back from the brink. First and foremost, we must recognize the power of early intervention. The sooner we identify the signs of potential drug addiction, the better the chances of preventing it. Parents, teachers, and friends should be on the lookout for signs of drug use, such as sudden changes in behavior, falling grades, or loss of interest in previously enjoyed activities. Education is a key weapon in our arsenal against drug addiction. We need to reframe the narrative around drug use, moving away from stigmatization to understanding. Let's equip our Gen Z with the knowledge they need to make informed decisions. Schools should incorporate comprehensive drug education into their curricula, discussing the realities and dangers of drug use in an open, honest, and non-judgmental manner. And let's not forget the importance of support systems. Everyone needs someone to lean on. And for Gen Z, it's crucial to have spaces where they feel safe to express their fears, anxieties, and uncertainties. Support can come in various forms, from family and friends to professional counselors and support groups. The key is to ensure that our Gen Z knows they're not alone in their struggles, and help is always available. The role of society is crucial. We need to foster a culture of empathy and understanding, where Gen Z feels heard and supported rather than judged. It's about changing the conversation around drug addiction from one of blame to one of support and recovery. The fight against Gen Z drug addiction isn't easy, but it's one we must undertake for the sake of our future. Let's remember, the strength of our future lies in the health and well-being of our Gen Z. Together, we can and we must make a difference. Their lives and our collective future depend on it.